Hey guys, Abraham here with the Salmon Homestead. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how can you get your kids involved with some of the chores at your house. Some of those chores we're going to tackle today will be taking care of our critters, such as our rabbits and our chickens. And then also we have some planting to do that we need to get done in our garden as well. So let's get to it. Bud. Good job, buddy. You gonna check for some chicken eggs too? Okay. So Obadiah is checking for the eggs, and he knows that there's some eggs on the bottom and on the top. But it's a little early in the day, so we're gonna check those again later, right, Obadiah? Okay. Ezekiel, maybe you want to give them some feed. So the feed container's over there and you go in the pail. Ooh. So one of the jobs Obadiah has is he has checking to make sure everybody's good. And he normally likes to play with them as well. How does he know how to take up his observation of the animals and check them out? Well, he sort of watches me and then I'll go and I'll watch him too. But he's really unable to catch any of these guys. He can catch some quail, but not these guys. Oh yeah. All right, let's check that water here. Give it a little dump for some fresh water. There we go. All right, now Obadiah is going to come in with me to check out the quail. And he likes to pick them up. Part of that is something that he can do, and he just gets to help tame them a little bit so they're not as wild. Right, Obadiah, you like picking up the quail? Okay, let's do it. Yep, I got the 2 eggs there. Yep, you watch for any other eggs.
Oh, it is.
You got another egg?
Yes.
Watering rabbits is another activity that the kids do and can do. Many of these things they pick up how to do without even giving them instruction, but just by observing you do it. So the water spigot is outside. They just turn it on. After observing you turn it on, and then you have to check that they have turned it off, and then they can go run and water for you. Now we just got to feed them.
No. You want to put in my food? There. Bunnies need lots of food because there's 4. I want this. Yeah, we got to get more food for them. All right.
One of the things we've noticed in involving the kids, if you give them some playtime in between work time, then they sort of work, help for a certain period of time, or task, especially if it's a task oriented, just get the task done. And then once that task is done, then they can go do something on their own.
That's good. And you poured in all of it. That's great.
We have a bunch of dahlias and cannas, a few other tuberous plants planted in these containers, trying to give them a head start. And Genesis is taking care of watering them. Water that's easily available to get is getting the water from the pond. So it gets them some nice nutrient because we have some fish in there as well. So that fish nutrient is going into the water. And then just bring it right over here and water our plants. These are some of the plants that we will be trying to put in today. We have broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, onions. Oh, I think let me read this label here, some parsley as well, Brussels sprouts, kale. Alright, so all you do is just, whoever's going to do this, notice I just go across, and then it's about another foot, because you can see if it goes, it like bends here. Eden, could you go get me that little red shovel over there, and I got to dig out some of that catnip. Oh, we didn't amend yet, sweetie.
Oh.
We got to amend, and we have to put our tape down.
Okay. Wait, so what did you want?
I need that pink or that red-handled shovel so we can move the catnip out of the cat mint out of here. All right, so here's one.
Won't the cats be seeing it?
Yeah, they're meant. So now pull back some of the wood chips there.
Yeah.
And plant it over there. There you go.
Dad, there's no thing over here.
Then I would break everything into the aisle. And then since we have, our total length is 50 feet, we would be doing about 3 wheelbarrows then of compost from over there. Okay, so why don't you dump those wood chips down like this aisle, or put some more in that aisle, whatever you prefer.
Okay.
And then I'll get the bag of amendment. So what I notice on this, Genesis, is if you do wheelbarrow down, then all you do is lean over the wheelbarrow. So let's just set it down. So let's lean over the wheelbarrow, take some, push it out, and then pull it your way. And then you just keep pushing it out, pull it your way. So I would really do this low, and then if you take a little break, I would take the break after you do the amendments, because if the wind comes. All right, so there's your amendments going down. So if you don't want to use that, I would use the hard rake here, and then I would just, and maybe this is the easier one for you to do, but you're just getting it into the soil, so it doesn't blow away. I'm gonna stop there so you can see where you got to pick up for later. There's a weed. But I'll show you the difference now. And this, I think it was in time. Yep, we'll slow it down. We're in 1 now. So notice how the wood, that's sort of in the row, and now I'm in the walking row. Let's see if this is slower. Oh yeah, now you might be able to do it. But see how it's just gonna get it all tilled in? I'm gonna skip that part so you can see where I am stopped. Oh yeah, I think you might be able to do this. Okay. And then Eden, you want to set up your string just to, so you might want to take your hand and ruffle that out a little bit. You have your pink screwdriver and your tape measure. Pink screwdriver and tape measure. And then put it in the middle. And now you'll just walk down the side. We'll go to here because this is where you're gonna stop. Put it in the middle. And so you're gonna start with broccoli. And remember, broccoli is gonna be 14 inches apart.
Here and here.
Yep, 14 inches. So why don't you go get your plants? Now the thing is with this Genesis, she's gonna have to add because it just goes up by 12s.
Okay.
So, right, so what I would do, so I'd plant this whole thing, so I'd make my little crevice here, set it in, and then just put the dirt on top and then go like this. Make it nice and firm down like that. Okay, so now you're gonna have to add, well, the tape measure says you gotta go, what was it, 18 inches, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta go to 12, and 12 plus 6, that's another 6 inches. So now you're gonna go remember, you're gonna go halfway between here and the pink. So look how big a space you have there. You got this whole thing to do. So now you gotta pull that whole thing back. There you go. Set it in there. And then, yep, and then just make it, there you go.
So Dad's headed to the greenhouse down the road. So we're gonna finish planting up this row and we'll call him and see if he wants us to start another row as well. Why did you bring it all the way over here? Setting this thing right here. Is that fine? Yeah, it's fine. Totally fine. I don't want the wood to break down. This thing is so weird though. I mean, it's a screwdriver, Jen. Look at this. Oh, Steven, you're in my row. So, move it. Yeah. You have to move the row. Hi. Alright, don't off the road with some onions, and then I have to put them 10 inches apart. Now that we finished planting this row up, we're going to water it and then we should be finished. So we just finished watering all the plants. I believe we are done. We're gonna call up Dad and see if he has anything else for us to do. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.